everyone. Welcome to another Naked Truth. Trisha Hershberger here. I'm sure a lot of you can probably guess what this week's Naked Truth is on, but before we jump into that, I need to say a big thank you to all of my Naked vloggers, my Naked Army from last week. Carolyn, Christopher, Eric, Tyler, Pat, Hiram, Patricia, Nathan, Will, Carly, Dominic, Michael, John, Jenny, Julia, Kenny, Prescott and Kristen, Richard, Jose, and Kim. You guys rock my socks. What's that? I'm wearing jewelry in the Naked Truth for the first time, but I thought that it would be appropriate for this week because I got engaged. Yay! For anyone who saw that on my Instagram or my Twitter or in the comments section of stuff, I found out people were talking about it in Phil's Twitch stream, so apparently the news has gotten out. But I couldn't be happier, and so since this is kind of my personal video diary, this had to be an entry, shall we say. So a lot of people hit me up and said, I hope that you tell the story of exactly what happened on the Naked Truth this week, so I'm going to do that. So it was the most shocking and most exciting and best moment of my life to date, so I'm happy to share that with the world. I'm sure you can tell by the fact that I keep stepping over my phrases and saying a lot, but I'm really excited. So here's what happened. So I woke up on Sunday morning and did my stream. Hi to everybody that was there in the stream. Do you remember how in that stream I said, I have to go because I'm helping my friends film a scavenger hunt to launch their new YouTube channel? Ha ha ha. That's what I thought I was doing. And in actuality, I did help my friends film said scavenger hunt, except for the whole thing was a ruse for my boyfriend who proposed to me. My fiance. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that that's a thing now. So a lot of my friends showed up at my house, and my boyfriend Nate had made the instructions for the scavenger hunt and had typed out rules because he does that. I like him, and he does that stuff. He typed out rules. And everybody got here and we read the rules and divided into teams, and we're filming the whole thing and holding for airplane because we're making a video, so I think. So it seems very realistic to me. And we go all around LA on the scavenger hunt. We're finding things and, we're being silly to camera because we're teaching people all about the fun things you can do in LA because that's what this made up channel was about. And so I'm having a great time running around with a bunch of my friends. Meanwhile, my boyfriend is at the house, what I thought being game master for the day since he organized the scavenger hunt, but in actuality, he was at home getting things ready for me, because the last clue of the scavenger hunt, after we'd been all these different places, and, I thought about it later, and they were actually all places around LA that we've been to together, but I thought, of course these are the places he'd pick, because these are the places we go, so, this is what he knows. It didn't make sense for me then. So the last part of the scavenger hunt was to come back home, and I followed the clues and came back home, and when I came back home, there was a sign, and all the clues up until now had rhymed, and there was a sign on the wall that said, something I don't have it in front of me, I was going to show it to you guys, but it's a sign that says, just a few steps more, go to the French door. And so I kind of went around the corner of my house and saw the French doors were open. And on my back patio was my boyfriend in a full suit down on one knee. And so I immediately dropped all of my things and went out. And you spend so long in your life convincing yourself, don't think about weddings because you're just going to get your hopes up. And so many people have let you down that no, don't think about this. So I see boyfriend in a suit on one knee with a ring box. And I think, no, this isn't that. Don't. And so I walk out to see him, and he asks me if I want to marry him in the sweetest way ever. And of course I said yes, because I love him and he's the man of my dreams. And then I kind of come to, because I had a little bit of a blackout moment. I kind of come to and see all of our friends standing there, and my mom who flew in from Pennsylvania, and his family, and all of these people, all with cameras. And mind you, I'm coming in from the scavenger hunt, so I have a GoPro strapped to my chest and a lav on because we were supposedly filming the end of the scavenger hunt, but it worked out perfectly that now there is tons of video footage of this moment actually happening. So that won't be a part of this vlog. That will be its own video that you will see. It will go up on this channel at some point when it's all edited. But yeah, he'd been planning for a while, and he sure did surprise me. So I promised myself a long time ago that I was never going to reveal the details of my romantic life to the internet until it was kind of a done deal, because, I was afraid of having to be heartbroken in public and share that with the world. And I just thought, you know what, until it's the real deal, I'm not going to. But I had also promised you guys in a vlog about a year ago, The Naked Truth on Love, that, things were going well with this relationship, and I would update you from time to time. That looked a little something like this. And I am in a relationship now, and it's going really well. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll keep you guys posted on the status of that as that goes along from time to time. So with that being said, Naked Army, meet my fiance Nate. Nate, meet the Naked Army.
Hey guys.
That is his guitar back there.
Guitar.
I'm pointing wrong. That's Janet.
By the way, that is not an American Les Paul standard. It's an Epiphone. So, and I'm not a master guitarist. I've been playing for 2 years, and it's a pretty rough 2 years. So.
Oh, I think you sound great, honey.
Well, thanks, baby.
Yeah. He's also not normally this beardy.
I'm not.
Tell him why you're beardy.
I do musical theater from time to time, and right now I'm doing a production of Jesus Christ Superstar in Hollywood.
Yeah, and he's playing Jesus.
Yes.
So, hence the beard.
Lots of beard.
There was potentially going to be very long hair and a beard.
Yes, they were going to have me put extensions in, which would have been a good laugh for you and everybody else I know. Thankfully, that's turned into a wig.
Well, and that would have made for a hilarious proposal video.
Oh, yeah. I thought about that as soon as they said it.
Because you already had it planned.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I had told them that you had it planned for a couple months. For anyone out there who's kind of considering, making any big long-term commitment, but this is certainly, the longest term of long-term commitments, it provides some insight on how you know when, it's a good move.
I mean, you know when you know, first of all. I had a pretty good idea from our first date. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about the 30 questions date.
Oh, yeah, I did talk about
the 30 questions date. We really outlined everything we kind of were both looking for in a partner in life. And, we were both taking it seriously and answering honestly, and we're in a place where we could actually take it seriously and answer honestly. But... that was just when I was about 80% there. And then...
You were 80% after the 30 questions date?
I thought it was a pretty solid bet that I was going to get there. But yeah, I mean, basically after that, I ended up living with this woman. And once you move in with somebody, nobody can hide their picadillos for much longer than...
Oh, I was going to say warts. Picadillos is much nicer.
That's a nice way of saying it. Maybe warts is more apropos. So, yeah, I mean, after I moved in with her, and after we had our first, couple of disagreements, I think for me, personally, the first time we had an argument and the problem was solved between us.
No, that we worked it out.
We found a resolution together. And then when we had another argument, the same problem didn't come back up. I had a history of relationships before where it seemed like the problem I had the first time kept coming back up and the next problem, and eventually you have, 10,000 problems, and each time something goes wrong, you're terrified because it's
10,001.
Yeah.
10,002.
So this time I found we had some resolution, and, I think finding somebody that you have the big goals in your life that match, first of all, are important, and then just figuring out that you guys work together, and we clearly did, and I had a pretty good hint from the start that we would, but that solidified it, and then it was just, you take a leap of faith, and so one day I went to my boss, who is a really awesome person, and she buys a lot of jewelry.
Thank you, Robin.
Really nice jewelry, and I said, can you hook me up with your jewelry guy? And she took me to some place downtown LA where it was this old Russian guy, and there were armed guards at the door, and
awesome.
It was really intense, and I laid down cash on this table, and then I didn't get a receipt, and I felt like the worst decision I'd ever made in my life.
No.
But the next day, sure enough, the ring was delivered to the office, and I planned this whole thing and started back in November, so it's been almost 3 months, and it nearly killed me about 1 million times of not telling. I wanted to tell everybody. In fact, the week that I bought the ring, I kept talking about rings and diamonds to her.
You were talking about rings a lot.
Because I'm an idiot and I can't keep anything in. And, yeah, somehow I saved that one, so. But yeah,
You did. You actually talked your way out of all of that, and I was like, oh, never mind.
I don't know. And the day of, I got really lucky. I kept waiting for something to go wrong. I mean, we had a lot of family and friends here for it, but we also have family and friends who don't live here, and
I had no idea.
I wanted to include them, so the plan was to Skype or FaceTime them, but there's all kinds of issues with having multiple people on a single Wi-Fi stream that we kept trying to troubleshoot at the moment of, and finally one person said, can we just stream it? And I said,
on YouTube. So we had like a private YouTube stream for...
Why didn't we suggest that from the start?
Yeah, for friends and family on the East Coast. How cool
minutes,
is he? Seriously?
Yeah, about 15 minutes before you showed up, that's what we came up with. And probably about 10 seconds before you came down towards the steps, everybody was checked in for it.
Yeah, so it was crazy. And, like I said, I kind of blacked out for a little bit of it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the video. Nate, is there anything else you want to say to everybody?
Thanks for being so supportive of my fiance.
Oh, fiance. Mwah. I love this man. He's a good one.
That's all I can say. I mean, I do look at your comments from time to time.
Oh, no. Don't tell anybody that. No.
I don't add into it.
We don't look at the comments.
Nobody wants to bring out the trolls.
No.
But yeah, you guys are really supportive of her, and that means the world to me. So, thank you.
Yay! Awesome. So, guys, my question for everybody this week, whether you want to make a naked vlog response or just put it in the comments section, is tell me a story from your own life that makes you feel all warm and gooey on the inside, because this week we shared ours. So, thank you guys so much. If you want to send me a naked vlog response, and this might be your first time, you can do that in the About section of my channel. Click for Business Inquiries Only. And for those of you that are just turning into the Naked Truth for the first time, the reason that I vlog naked, and today we're vlogging naked, it's very scandalous, I know. You don't actually see...
I'm sitting on a towel on top of pillows right now.
He was like, I don't want to put my butt on our pillows. The reason that we do that is because it's a vehicle for the vlogger to feel more open and honest. It has nothing to do with you, the viewer. So sorry, viewer. It's not a show for you. It's a self-mental thing so that you can't lie. And I'll be honest, it's a lot harder to lie when you're naked. I don't know why.
Your junk's hanging out?
Maybe that's it. Words of wisdom. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.